Tierra here with Fae Creations. Thanks so much for tuning in for another soap making adventure. Today's soap is the final bar to be released in the holiday collection for 2021. Today is a shop update and there are 6 bars in this holiday collection. Today's soap was inspired by a soap that I made last year, and I've actually made a wreath inspired soap for like the past couple years. And I had this idea, I just envisioned a red door with a Christmas wreath hanging off of it. And so when I came up with that last year, it was like too late to do it, and I had to write it down in my soap ideas and wait like a whole year later. Here we are. This one's called Home for the Holidays, and I think it turned out perfect. I think I nailed it, and it's exactly what I had dreamed it up to be. The actual bar is kind of simple, but it was all about the wreath embed that I made on top. So again, that is available in today's shop update. Alongside, we got the Holly Jelly Donut, we got Winter Wonderland, Candy Cane Lane, my favorite is the Gingerbread Waffle Bar, and a Victorian Christmas bar. Those are all available. Shop link in the description box down below. Before I get into soap making, I do have a small announcement to make. I am taking a small break. This will be the last shop update for this year, as well as the last video for the year. Don't worry, I'm not going anywhere. I will be back next year. I just feel like I just wanted to take a break. Last year I had given birth and moved into a new house and took the end of the year off, and I rather enjoyed it. So I am taking December off to just wind down and spend time with family and friends, and just make this Christmas extra special for Sebastian now that he is a little bit older. I am going to do some restocks, do some TikTok videos, and not just soap. I'm on there. I did like a recipe lately. I've done a DIY on there. So if you have a TikTok, go follow me over there. If you are new around here, hit that subscribe button. Don't go anywhere, because again, I will be back for more soap making in the new year, as well as any other endeavors that I try to get into. I'm not going to make resolutions, I'm going to make goals, and there are quite a few crafty things that I want to do, like get my kiln up and running. That would be so much fun. So, you know, I'll keep you guys in the loop. Follow me on TikTok again if you're on there. It's so much easier to make a video on TikTok. I'm kind of like gearing towards that direction, but I'm not going anywhere on YouTube, I promise. Feel free to hit the like button on this video, the shop link down below. Soaps make great stocking stuffers. Buy yourself one for personal use. You make 2 people happy, you know, when you buy handmade. I'm just saying. I'm going to do a little dance, and whoever you gift it to will as well. Other than that, let's get into the soap making video. Thank you guys again so much for all of your support this year, and let's make Home for the Holidays bar. So the inside of the soap is generally all going to be one color. It's going to be very simple. The main star of this, the main focus, is just going to be on the top of the soap and the embed that I am putting on the front. So I am just going to do a heat transfer method with this, which means my oils are still solid, my butters, and my lye solution is piping hot. I just poured that up and let it dissolve, and we're going to use that hot lye solution to melt these hard butters. I have my container of liquid oils off to the side, and once this is all melted, I'm going to pour them in with the other ingredients that I like to add as far as additives and my colorant. So let me just keep stirring this till it's melted down a little bit more, and we'll jump back in. It's crooked and driving me crazy. Pour in the room temperature oils. I have olive oil and coconut, castor and sunflower in there. Scrape that all out. So I'm gonna go ahead and add my goat milk slurry and my kaolin clay in here. And I also have my colorant, because it's all one color. We're just going for a red door. And the colors I am using are all from Nurture Soap. It's a little mix of ruby red, trial by fire, and a little bit of mystic red, which is going to add some shimmer to it. Let's get that all blended up. So the fragrance is called Home Sweet Home. I just thought that was very fitting for this soap. It is by Crafter's Choice, or Wholesale Supplies Plus is where I buy it. And it's just a nice blend of apple, cinnamon, and clove. It could be spice. It's very spicy, and I think it could work really well for like a potpourri. And it's a Yankee Candle dupe. It does have a bit of vanillin in it, and it might kind of discolor this, but I'm not going to be too upset about it. I'm going to mix that in and just pour this right into my molds. I also have some soap canes off to the side that I'm going to insert into the loaf that are going to be a doorknob. I made them with a clay extruder. I'll leave the link for it below. And I dipped them in some gold mica just to give them a little bit of like depth, I suppose. When they're inside of this red soap, they might stick out a little bit more and look more like a door handle. That's what I'm going for anyway. And that is the inside of the soap. So let me get this mixed in just a little bit and start pouring it off. So going on top, I really have to fix this camera. Going on top of this soap, I am letting some of this batter I poured off to the side set up. I'm going to pipe some berries. I may have piped or poured off a little bit too much. I don't think I'm going to need it all, but I darkened it up with some Red Vibrance by Nurture just so that it kind of pops on top of the soap because it's red as well. I have these little, I don't know, boops that I piped with a little star tip. So you can get up close looking there. But they're just little gold boops is what I'm calling them. And they're gonna go on. I have some holly leaves that I made with some soap dough. Come on, camera. Okay. And they're going, one of each of these is gonna go on a bar. And then there's my very little bit that I have left. These are the white bursting beads by Brambleberry. Might do some glitter, and I think that's it. That's gonna go on top of here. So let's get this decorated. All right, so we'll place one leaf on top of each of these bars, like so. And then once that icing has set up, I'll come back and do some little berries next to each one of these. Randomly place on those little gold boops and sprinkle on those white bursting beads. Which way does this one go? Like that. Let's do that. So, totally just came up with the top of this soap right before I made it. I was going to make this soap tomorrow and I thought I had plenty of time. I thought my mom was gonna come over tomorrow, and she called me. She's like, I can't come over tomorrow, but I can come over today. I'm like, great, I'm not ready. Hence the reason why I did the hot process, I keep calling that, it's not a hot process, it's heat transfer method. Hence why I did that. So, but it's all fine because this was a fairly simple soap. And hopefully when I poured that red batter in, it didn't toss about my soap canes too much in there. I do want them to be doorknobs, not just a random circle in the middle of my bar, but we'll find out when we go to cut it, won't we? Currently, as I'm making this soap, I'm getting dozens of text messages in a family group chat about Christmas. And I'm like, wait, why are we talking about Christmas right now? It's like October. Can we not jump to Christmas already? But everyone is worried about, like, now that we have young kids, you know, what time are we gonna get there? What time are we gonna get home? When we do presents, it takes like all day. Brad's family celebrates on Christmas Eve, and so it's a big deal to get the kids home. And I'm like, can we not just jump into it? Because I'm not ready. I'm really not. I'm over here making Christmas soaps, but I am not ready. And we're hosting Thanksgiving. So let's talk about Thanksgiving, because that's next. Not to change the subject. Brad's family, they all live pretty close. We all live in kind of the same area, within like 20-30 minutes of each other, except his parents, who are waiting for their house to be built in Delaware. So usually they would host Christmas and sometimes Thanksgiving, but it's just not an option this year. So it's between the kids to host, which is fine. Like I said, I was randomly placing these everywhere, but here I am, like, thinking about where they're going. I'm going to have more, so I am going to go back over, and I think maybe I should just stagger them a little bit. It doesn't really matter. I've got more to add on here. They're so teeny tiny. They remind me of like those little chocolate dots or something. I don't know, or candy dots maybe. But that's what I did. I just piped on some gold frosting onto a piece of parchment paper, and then I peeled them off the next day, and here you go. Now I could have just piped these on, but I made these to put on a couple different soaps, so that is why I'm doing it this way. Alright, 3 little dots for berries on each bar, little sprinkle of the bursting beads, and some glitter, and that's it. I'll let it sit for 24 hours and come back and cut it, put the little wreath on the front of the door, and that's it. Love how the soap is coming together so far, but hopefully I can make it look like a wreath on the door once it's cut, because that's the important part. Alright, like it. So I've been trying to do more TikTok videos, but it's so tough. It is so tough to film on 2 cameras, and then the fact that my phone is what I'm using to film for TikTok, I have no storage left on my phone. It's bad. It is so bad, and I don't know what to do. It's just, of course, it's all bash pics, no doubt, and of course soap, but I'm trying to do more bash and less soap on there, and yeah. Well, truck, I really don't think you're loud enough. See, look at all this I got left over. What am I gonna do with this? What am I gonna do? Should I just go back over the berries and make them a little bigger, maybe? I think I'm going to. I need to find a reasonably priced website or company that offers those books that you can make. Maybe do some photo albums, because I keep printing out all of these pictures that I take on my phone and send them to Walgreens through the app, and the quality is terrible, and I don't know what is up with that. I'm not happy with them. And then again, I'm like, what am I going to do with all these pictures? So I think it would be really nice to just have them all organized inside of a little pre-printed photo book. So if you guys know of any that you've used or heard of, let me know, because it's only going to get worse. This is only his first year, and my phone is filled. Either that or I just need another phone with more storage, but I'd rather not. I have so many pictures on my phone from years and years and years, and then he came along, and it's just going to get worse. All right, I think I like this. I still have a lot of this red left over, but it's fine. All right, let's get these bursting beads on here. On you go. It's like it's snowing. And figure out what glitter I want to go on this. Alright, let's do some just little gold dust on here. This is a Nurture Soap little duster with one of their gold micas in it. I don't even know, but just a little little shimmer on top. A little heavy in some areas, but that's fine. It's flying everywhere. I love it. I just made this one up right before, like, I envisioned the soap right before I made it. I think I did a pretty good job. The top of it anyway, I envisioned. The inside of it and the door, I planned that out. But I didn't know what to do with the top of this, and I'm happy with that. I broke one of the strings on this already. I've probably only used it less than a handful of times, and when I was tightening it, I wasn't paying attention, and it snapped because I over-tightened it. But that's okay, we're still gonna cut the rest of it. We're just gonna have 2 bars that I'm gonna have to go back over and cut. So let's get this lined up on here and slice on through it. Not much gonna go, you know, happening on the inside just because, well, it's all one color. Like I said, the top of this and the embed that I'm going to put on the front is what it's all about. So for this design, I know it would have probably looked 10 times better if it was like long ways, because it's a very short door. The doorknob is like not quite in the middle, which it probably shouldn't be in the middle anyway. Is it in the middle of the door? Anyway, I feel like it would look better on like a taller mold, or if I turned it sideways, but then you wouldn't have that pretty top that the camera is, there we go, going to be stubborn about picking up. But here's the inside. Got that little doorknob with the gold ring around it, and the fancy, beautiful top. I'm so happy with how that turned out. So then the final step is to get some, I can either do melt and pour, but I think I might actually take some soap batter to attach the wreath to the front of this door, just so that it really does stay on there. So stay to the end of this video. Here's the 2 bars that I need to go back and cut. Shame on me, but I've learned my lesson now of paying attention when tightening these wires. It's kind of annoying having to go and tighten every single one of these wires before I go to cut a loaf of soap. I don't know if that's normal or not, but that is what I have to do. It's fine. Bradley will have to fix it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to purchase the soap, today is the shop update, so head over to our Etsy shop and see what's available. Lots of Christmas soaps for your stocking stuffers. Great gifts, I'm just saying. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up button, and if you are new and haven't done so already, think about subscribing. Any questions or comments, you can leave them for me in the comment section down below. And until next time, I hope you guys have a very nice, let's do it again, very nice day. I will get through this, and I will smell you later. Ta-da!